Now the extra point. And it's 21-3. So not only the cough, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. From the 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. We put the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Again, Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jim Reed. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. From the gun on third down, Fields steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
We'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Lance now on first down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Lance looks to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 27, Fields. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. And caught by Henry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Fields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On 2nd and 10, Fields complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we are at halftime here on... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Lance. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Keep going.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Here's Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Shotgun now for Lance. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
They certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on stopping for no gain. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Hardman on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Lance going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Ferguson from 3 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Holding. Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Again to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down.
It's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. Fields. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Fields on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Fields on 3rd down. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
from the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 55 rushing yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. Working with a 2nd and 3. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Lance is thrown into the hands of Andrews. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Lance looking to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Fields. He's got Smith here. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. That's into the hands. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Lance eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Lance. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers. Touchdown, Packers! From 8 yards out. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that. Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st down, it's Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Fields now to throw. This one into the hands of Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now it's Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. To throw is Fields. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Again, Fields. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. from the 24. Fields. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Henry is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Lance. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 1st down, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He dumps it off for Henry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Fields. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. Why that's significant? It ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
They'll run. It's Henry. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Green Bay, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.